Hi everyone, welcome. Today I'm doing something that I've never done before. I'm going to be teaching you a yoga class from the comfort of my own home. In light of the COVID pandemic, studios and gyms are now closed. So I wanted to offer people a way to still be active while in the comfort of their own home. So all you need is a mat or a towel. If you've never done yoga before, then this is a great video for you. And if you have done yoga before, then this is also a great video for you. So in this practice, we're going to stretch out the body and end with some relaxing postures. So let's just get started. We'll begin our practice today in a tabletop position. So bring your palms onto your mat, your wrists underneath your shoulders. Spread wide through the fingertips here, pressing firmly into your mat. Bring your knees directly underneath your hips, pressing the fronts of your feet into your mat. Keeping a long spine here, so bring your torso parallel to the ground. Gaze directly down at your mat. So building a strong foundation here. Inhale. Drop your belly, lift your tailbone, chest, and gaze towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, round the spine, moving in the opposite direction. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your gaze all the way up. And exhale, round the spine, looking towards the back of the room. So keep going at the pace of your own breathing here. Inhale, opening through the chest. And exhale, rounding. Take one more cycle of breath here. Come into a neutral position, bringing your wrists underneath your shoulders. Walk your hands out a little bit in front of you so they're farther forward than your shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and lift your hips all the way up and back. Straightening through the legs or keeping a gentle bend, coming into an upside down V. So press firmly into both hands, keeping your fingers spread wide. If you'd like, you can bend one knee and then the other, bringing alternating heels towards the ground. Take a deep breath here. And slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands, bending your knees, taking baby steps to the top of your mat. Once you arrive, feel free to keep a generous bend in your knees. Your fingertips onto the mat or close to the mat, letting your neck, head, and shoulders relax. So take a few deep breaths here in this forward fold. If you'd like, you can grab opposite elbows and sway from side to side, bending one knee and then the other, letting yourself hang heavy over the legs. Come back to neutral position, bend your knees, and slowly bring yourself all the way up to standing, one vertebra at a time. When you get there, inhale, bring your hands all the way up and overhead, reach towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, bring your arms all the way down, bend your knees, bring your fingertips back down to the mat, coming back into a forward fold. Inhale, coming to a flat back. Lift your torso so it's parallel to the ground. Your gaze is directly down at your mat. Bring your hands either to your thighs or your shins. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, bend your knees, fold over your legs. So bend your knees so much so that your belly rests on your thighs. Bring your palms all the way down to your mat. Step your right foot back and step your left foot back. So come into plank or top of a push-up. If you'd like, you can bend your knees so they rest onto the mat. Otherwise, create one long line from your heels to the crown of your head. Press firmly into your hands. One more deep breath here. As you exhale, bring your knees to the mat if you're not there already, and lower yourself all the way down to the mat, bending your elbows. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders, untuck your toes here, press into the hands, lift your chest, your shoulder, and your head. As you exhale, lower yourself back down to the ground, and lift yourself back into a tabletop position. So bringing knees underneath hips, your wrists underneath your shoulders. Taking a moment here. Walk your hands out in front of you. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees and your hips up and back for downward facing dog. As you inhale, bring your right foot in between your hands. So bring the sole of your right foot onto the mat, lower your left knee. So track your right ankle directly underneath your right knee, coming into a low lunge. You can find gentle movement, swaying from side to side, maybe forward and back. As you inhale, come light onto the fingertips, reaching all the way up, lifting your chest and your torso. If you'd like, you can bring your hands heart center at your chest, or extend your hands all the way up to the ceiling. Keeping your right knee directly above your right ankle. Relax your shoulders, relax your gaze. Take a deep inhale here, lift your hands towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, slowly lower your hands to frame your right foot. Bring your hips back, straightening your right leg, keeping a generous bend in your right knee. You can flex your right toes towards the ceiling. So using your hands to prop yourself up, fold over the right leg. So you can bend your right knee as much as you'd like here. Inhale, lift up, and as you exhale, maybe you fold deeper over your right leg. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale out, come back into your low lunge, bending your knee. Plant your left palm onto the ground. Twist towards your right side, bringing your right hand all the way up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen your right hand all the way up, and as you exhale, come out of your twist, bring your right palm back down to your mat. Step your right foot back to meet your left, and we'll go on to the other side. So come back into your downward facing dog or upside down V. Inhale, step your left foot in between your hands, and as you exhale, lower your right knee onto the ground. Find a moment here to track your left knee over your left ankle. Finding gentle movement, swaying from one side to the other. Coming light onto the fingertips. On the inhale, raising all the way up, bringing your hands to heart center or all the way towards the ceiling. So actively trying to bring your right hip forward and your left hip back, keeping your hips square to the front of the room. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your gaze towards the ceiling. As you exhale, slowly bring your hands all the way down, back to your mat. plant your right hand and twist your left side, bringing your left hand all the way up towards the ceiling. Inhale to lengthen your left arm a little bit higher, and as you exhale, bring your left hand all the way down to your mat, coming out of your twist. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Untuck your toes. Bring your hips onto your heels, using your hands to walk yourself to seated. So we're going to take a child's pose here. So if this is not comfortable for you, you can bring your knees a little bit wider apart, or you can sit up on a pillow or block. Otherwise, bring your knees together, rest your belly over your thighs, and extend your arms out long in front of you. Rest your forehead onto your mat. Take this opportunity to deepen your breathing here. When you feel ready, using your hands to lift yourself up back into a seated position. Bring your feet to one side, sitting on your mat. Come to a cross-legged position or any seated posture that feels good. We'll take a few moments at the end of our practice to close the eyes. So go ahead, or you can keep a soft gaze here. Find softness in the body. Take a deep inhale in. Slowly exhale out. One more time, inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale out your mouth. Bring your hands heart center. Take some time to acknowledge the time you took out of your day to focus on yourself. Bow your head in gratitude for your practice. Lift your head, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a good rest of your day.